If your morning routine is just a to-do list in disguise, you're missing the entire point. See, I'm not trying to win the morning. What I'm trying to do is train my nervous system to stop reacting and start leading. Because how I show up for the first 90 minutes of the day, that's how I show up for my team, my business, and just my life in general. See, I don't do a morning routine to be productive. I do it to stay clear, because discipline isn't about forcing things. It's about reducing decisions. If you wake up and instantly start reacting to DMs, emails, social media, or your calendar, you're already way behind. You just outsource your focus before the day even started. Your routine should anchor you, not exhaust you. So here's what mine looks like. It's not perfect, it's not aesthetic, it's just very intentional. I start every morning, I wake up between 4 and 4:50, and the first thing I do is not look at my messages, social media, or email. I don't open those for at least the first 90 minutes of the day. That's one boundary that buys me back my brain before the world tries to rent it. Then I immediately hydrate my body with 16 ounces of water to wake myself up. Then I take my morning supplements, I prepare my electrolyte drink for my workout, I take a few deep breaths and stretch before putting my gym clothes on, which were already set out from the night before, which is part of my night routine, which I'll talk about on another video. Then I head to the gym and walk for 45 to 60 minutes every single morning. This has been an absolute game changer for me. I don't kill myself doing it. I walk on about a 4 to 5% incline at 3.2 miles per hour, and I haven't missed a day all year. And honestly, this simple thing has gotten me in the best shape I've been in a very long time. But now here's the interesting part. While I'm walking, there are a few things I do. For the first 15 minutes, I play my brain game to sharpen my mind. And while I'm doing this, I'm listening to my Bible in a Year app. This helps center me for the day by strengthening my relationship with God. Then for the next 30 minutes, I read. Yes, I read while I walk. Not on an app, but a physical book. This is something I've been doing for 2 decades since I was in law school, and it's a habit I will continue to do for the rest of my life. Once the workout's complete, I move on to journaling. For 10 minutes, I just write. This simple activity has helped me solve more problems in my life than I could possibly count. I use this time to just check in, not to plan anything. I write down what's on my mind, what needs to move, what are my thoughts or fears at the moment. This clears the mental fog before I open up my computer for the day. After journaling, I move to my calendar and priorities check. See, I don't plan the day in that day. I already know what's happening, but I run through it once and I go over my big 3. These are the 3 things I cannot afford to avoid that day. They are my non-negotiables. They are the needle movers. Until those 3 are done, everything else in the day is just noise. It's a simple routine. Look, you don't need a 12-step ritual. You need intention. Your morning should not feel like another thing you're trying to survive. It should feel like a space you own before the rest of the world makes demands on you. Whether you're running a company or just trying to get unstuck, the way you start is everything. My routine, it isn't rigid, but it's not random either. It's a system that has worked for me for a long time. And the more I stick to it, the clearer I get. If you don't have a system yet, look, don't copy mine. Build your own. Start small, one habit. Stack it, then protect it. Then let that momentum carry into everything else you do. Once you start with one habit, you'll be surprised at how quick those habits stack. And if this hit home with you and you want to design a system that actually works for how you lead, click the link in the description to get on the waitlist for the Frame Breakers Inner Circle, my online school community. This is where we build structure that supports who you're becoming, not who you're pretending to be. That's all I got for this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment below. If you haven't done so, subscribe to the channel. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.